Welcome back to Just Kidding News.
So,
thank you.
It turns out the Rams suck at football.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
So that's what the article is. That's what I'm reading off the Yahoo News.
I may or may not have been there live to see it in person, and then I may or may not have left early.
What?
Why would you leave early?
Was it a preseason game? You don't want to get your ass kicked?
Horrible. Yeah. Did you guys see? There was a video of Shady McCoy. And,
Shitty McCoy?
Yeah, LaShawn McCoy. Shady McCoy.
He used to be an Eagle.
Yeah. He's like, they're in the street, and there's a fight. And the thing is both of them can't fight. So, but they're trying to fight. And so they're like running away from each other. They're like hitting each other, tripping. And then Shady McCoy's on the camera going, dude, I don't know what to do because none of them can fight. And like there's cops involved. Now it's just crazy. And that's one reason why I don't want to
The
stay.
NFL football players are fighting on the street?
No.
This is fans.
This is just fans. But LaShawn McCoy's a retired player. He just happened to be walking to his car probably, I assume. But like, I don't like leaving after the game unless it's like a tight game. Yeah. It has to be worth it. Otherwise,
Well, when you're at the Super Bowl, you waited till the end.
I went to the whole thing, yeah.
Because people are drunk, shit could pop off.
Anything could happen, dude. You hear Dodger games, dude, like Dodgers versus Giants, either stadium. Someone's just walking by himself, and they're having these like 5 or 6 guys from the other team, and they'll just like jump him for no reason, no provocation. Like I don't need to be.
I don't need to be.
That's really bad, but I also heard the parking at SoFi Stadium is $150. This is true.
Oh my god!
Okay, so I have a parking pass, but like
Because you're season pass holder?
$10,000?
no, see, it's not that bad. To see the parking pass is pretty like reasonable relative to how much parking is. So to put things in perspective, like 10 years ago, at Giants Stadium for World Series, parking was $100. Okay,
10 years ago?
10 years ago. Right now, for a regular season football game, like even like before COVID, we're looking at like $60 to $80. Now it's just like no big deal. $100.
Yeah.
$150. Like I'm talking, this is like right across the street. So the further you get away from SoFi, the cheaper it gets. But you're still looking at $60, $80. You have to walk a few miles.
No shuttle?
People have been charging with their driveways, right? Like parking my
Yes.
driveway, it's $40.
That happens a lot. And there's an app for that. It's called like Spot Hero or something like that.
I'm going to look that up right now. 'Cause I'm supposed to go to a concert at SoFi.
Oh.
And I heard the parking is going to be $160.
I'll like just double check the name of the app.
So is it more worth it to just Uber then, or do the Uber rates also adjust?
Dude, they adjust for it.
Fortunately, I think the Rams suck, so you don't have to go to games anymore.
It's Spot Hero.
Spot Hero.
So what they'll do is they'll find you the driveways. There's a liquor store across the street from SoFi. They sell parking. That's where I parked for Super Bowl. It was $150.
You are the man.
It was $150.
$150.
And I tipped the guy $20 because it felt shady, you know, like because he parked me in a handicap spot. So I don't know if like cops are gonna come by and take it or tow. I have no idea. So I was like, "Hey, dude, here's 20." He's like, "Oh, okay, thanks, man." And then like, fortunately, when
There was a valet there?
it wasn't a valet.
It's a guy.
It's just some guy. Yeah.
Was it owned by a Korean uncle?
You know, I think the liquor store probably is.
Oh, but the parking spaces.
But the worker, it might have been like the worker at the liquor store. But when you call, and Spot Hero was great is you can call them. And then so I asked them, I go, hey, is there not an attendant? Because what if someone just parks there? They're like, no, they shouldn't. I'm like, well, I can't go on you saying they shouldn't. Yeah. I go, is there going to be an attendant? She's like, there normally isn't, but for Super Bowl, I think there will be. I was like,
the confidence is amazing.
So maybe they just thought you were handicapped.
yeah, right, I know.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this Asian guy, he's handicapped.
Give him that
Hey, you know what
spot.
the Rams had on? Like he's handicapped.
Yeah, he's handicapped. Yeah, so I was like, hey, well, what do I do if someone's there? She goes, you know what, call us. Call us. I go, what are you going to do? He goes, we'll find you another spot. I'm like, where? Yeah. It's the Super Bowl. Where are you going to find me a spot?
For real.
She goes, you know what? I'm pretty sure there's going to be an attendant there.
She's just trying to get you out of this conversation. She's like, what do I got to tell this guy?
So you were there last night. Did you notice that the Rams had to use a silent count at their own home stadium on the night they hung up the banner from winning the fucking Super Bowl last year? They have to use a silent count at home. That's bad news for you guys, bud.
What's silent count?
Silent count means that if the offense, like Matt Stafford and the offense, need to speak with each other, well, they have to use signals now because there's so much crowd noise while he's on the field, which the crowd should be shutting the fuck up, actually. Yeah. But because he's on the field and the crowd's loud, it means there's not just homers there. It's like Bills fans too, and that's a big problem for you guys. For a home field advantage, that doesn't exist anymore.
I thought those guys got fucking headsets in their helmets and they can talk to
They do, but those disconnect after a certain amount of time. Before the play.
And it's not, players can't talk into it. They can only hear. So it's the coach calling plays. Actually, funny story, before they disallowed that, Randall Cunningham was a quarterback, and Randy Moss was like a rookie receiver. And Randall Cunningham is like 6 feet tall, probably 5'10". He can't see over the O-line. So the offensive coordinator would just go, okay, you have Randy on a fly.
What does that mean?
And Randall
Fly
can't
route.
see him. And a fly route is just a straight towards the end zone. It's just a straight run. Randall, and they practice this, so Randall knows where Randy's going to be. He'll just toss it in the air, and Randy will just catch a touchdown.
You can
And
see
then
his
the
helmet,
next
maybe?
season, they outlawed talking. So after a certain time, so right when they get to the line, the mic is shut off. It's shut off by the NFL. It's not shut off by like honor system. So they can't. And then so a silent count would be like, or a regular count would be like, they'll say like in cliche terms, hut, or like, you know,
Hike or whatever.
Yeah,
Blue
hike.
42.
Oh, they have blue 42, you know, blue 75. What Peyton Manning would do is call the mic, who's going to rush in. And then he'll call all these different plays. He'll change the play on the line. But on a silent count, you can't do any of that. And so as soon as you step up, someone will give a signal, and everyone will see the signal, and they'll know like, oh, 2 seconds later or 3 seconds later or whatever, the ball's going to be hiked.
Could be the foot.
It could be anything.
Wow.
And then so like it's interesting it comes up now. It's always been like that, even when we were at the Coliseum. So the best game was us versus the Chiefs. Do you remember, I don't know if you guys remember that game. It was like 2-3 seasons ago. It was the highest scoring Monday night game ever.
I don't remember.
It was crazy. So I want to say 55 to 60% of the fans were Chiefs, and then the rest were Rams. It was at the Coliseum, so it seats like 98,000 people.
Wow.
So every play there was cheering.
Wow.
It was the most unique experience I've ever been to for a football game, because usually it's just like you're on a home
Yeah.
team, so when a good play happens for the home team, everyone's cheering, but then when the other team something good happens, no one's cheering.
Yeah.
But this game, there was cheering throughout, and that's kind of how it felt last night.
Does it make it more fun that there's like, it's just that much?
When it's a fun game, like the Chiefs game was fun because it was just back and forth, touchdown, 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 so it was fun. But like last night was horrible because like
I had fun.
Was it a slaughter?
Yeah, it was a slaughter.
it didn't start that way. It didn't start that way, but then it got to become that way. But so like when it was kind of like even, when I say even, it was 7-7,
Halftime.
10-10. Yeah, like at that point, like if we're on offense and something good happens, there's cheering, and then when on defense something good happens, the Bills fans are cheering. It's like, so at that point it gets a little depressing because it's like, I wish there was more Rams fans, but it's LA, and so I expect it because
Kinda
there's so many things
wishy-washy.
to do here,
Yeah.
and people's attitudes are like, I don't need to
And
go.
you guys abandoned the city. Like you went to St. Louis for fucking 3 decades, right?
Yeah.
So then I think there's a little bit of hate from that. But then I think maybe the criticism right now is because I didn't know. Well, I went to a Chargers game, and obviously that's going to be nobody gives a fuck about the LA Chargers, right? So like, you know, when basically it was all Green Bay fans. Everywhere it was Green Bay versus the Chargers. It was all Green Bay fans. It was a home team game for the Packers. But with you guys, you just hung a banner. So I think there was a thought that maybe more LA citizens have come around on you guys. And I've seen a lot of new merch
Yeah.
for sure.
It-
but
it-
maybe not yet, huh?
You know, I think it's because ticket prices are so high. Because we have to pay a personal seat license.
The fuck is that?
Yeah.
So basically, you pay like anywhere from I don't know what the cheapest is right now, but let's just say it's $3,000 all the way up to like $100,000.
Okay.
That's for the opportunity to buy like tickets. So you buy that, so you kind of buy that seat. Now they try to sell you on.
Does that go towards the actual season ticket or no? That's just a separate.
It's a separate fee.
Oh, what a
God.
scam.
So then, like, if you're on, let's say, the 20-yard line, it's like 15 grand to 20 grand. So if you get 2 seats and it's 15 grand, you have to pay $30,000. And then you have to also buy the tickets, the season tickets.
Oh, because they're just only selling to the celebrities and the millionaires in LA.
For the expensive ones, you got to be obviously got to be pretty wealthy. A lot of people take loans out to do this. I don't know why, but people do that. People take loans out.
Wow.
Because there's $100,000 seats. They're club seats. They're cushioned and they're nice. Free food, free drink, and then you get tickets to every event at SoFi.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
To me, that's worth it. If you're making $100,000 a month, let's say, to me personally, that's worth a 1 month salary because they're going to do the Final Four there. You know, obviously BTS was there. Any big sporting event, concert event, those are your seats,
That's sweet.
and it's free food, free drink.
So to you, it's worth a 1 month salary, whether you
me-
make 100 grand or 5 grand or 3.
No. If I was making $100,000 a month, I would think it's worth a 1 month salary. But if I was making, like, let's say $500,000 a year, I'm like, I don't know.
Can you put someone else in those seats if you were
can
like
do whatever you
whining
sell
and
them.
dining
You can do whatever you
somewhere?
want.
You can do whatever you want with this. You can sell them and all that. But yeah, so and then people don't do math. I did the math. You can't make your money back. So for me, on my seats, I'd have to do 8 seasons not going to one single game, and hopefully being able to charge 30 to 40% more than the face value of the ticket to make my personal seat license back. Which I'm not going to do that.
Well, it's gonna be hard because you guys suck so much ass now. Who's gonna want to watch those Rams?
Unless you're already doing that, then.
You know, it tastes good. It tastes good. But yeah, I mean, I'm just glad we won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah.
Because
Do you
I'm
guys-
riding that wave.
Does this take away from that Super Bowl win? Like, because I think a lot of fans now are saying like you guys are kind of maybe the worst champions because you guys only beat the Bengals, and like so I think a lot of people are just kind of questioning that whole win now.
You mean a lot of people are just Steve?
Yeah, that was just me and my family cat.
You know, for me, it's like okay, after every Super Bowl, the next season, one of those teams don't make the playoffs.
Yeah, true.
It's happened. I think I don't know if it's the whole entire history of the NFL, but it's happened quite often.
Yeah.
I just don't want to be that team.
Yeah.
As long as like we make the playoffs, I'm fine. But if we don't make the playoffs, like
It's a bad look.
I'm just gonna look at all my clothes that says Super Bowl champs.
Did they change out players? What happened?
Well, Cam Akers didn't show up for the game last night. I mean, he was in pads, but he didn't. He wasn't.
Yeah,
there.
we have no running game. They cut one of my favorite players, Robert Woods, a USC wide receiver.
By the
'cause
trees.
All USC.
Why did they cut him?
He has ACL injury. Yeah, so like they
NFL so unfair.
yeah, Rams kind of follows I think the way Patriots do things. As soon as they show a little bit of decline, they're gonna cut him. They're gonna get out. And I get it, but at the same time, it's like it sucks.
Good thoughts
you
on
know?
Allen Robinson? One catch.
I
last night? think
really
two
this is
catches.
yeah this is where I feel like Robert Woods would have
Yeah.
because Robert Woods is I followed him from USC. He's a sure-handed receiver. He blocks well. He runs great routes. He's gonna get open, and he's a great what is it? He takes a lot of pressure away from Cooper Kupp because now they have to watch both of them.
He still balled out last night.
Yeah, he did. Well, Cooper's
What,
yeah.
what are your thoughts? So Bobby didn't Bobby Cheese go to the Titans? Where'd he go? Do you remember? Robert Woods? I don't remember. It
I
doesn't
think
matter.
it's the Titans. I actually think
Do
it
you
is.
cheer for Taylor Rapp?
You know, okay.
We got a fellow Asian brother on the
So
field.
KT Tatara, fellow comedian, he's half Japanese, half white.
Yeah.
He is a huge Taylor Rapp fan, and he wants him to do well. He's like, and his thing is, I want to protect the half Asian legacy type thing.
Doing it for the Hoppas?
Young Huku.
Yeah, but he's not LA Rams.
Yeah, that's true. He's not Rams.
Yeah, in LA.
I'm a fan of Rapp. I liked him before I knew he was half Asian.
Yeah.
You know, I think he needs to market that better, personally speaking. But
He got some more Asian tattoos I saw.
How would you market him better?
like
Put a hamburger in a sushi
Taylor half Asian wrap on Instagram. I don't know.
Okay.
Taylor lettuce wrap. I don't know. Something something fun. But yeah, I think it's great. Like anytime an Asian's in the NFL, I don't care what team they're on.
That's a big deal.
It's a big deal. Like I mean, there's stories of. Do you guys remember Eugene Chung? He came out of Virginia Tech, went to the Patriots.
That's right.
And he was like one of the top left tackles in the league. And allegedly, Parcells didn't like him because he was Asian. That's the word. Who knows how?
There's that one Vietnamese dude too back in the day.
That Nguyen.
That win, yeah.
He was a linebacker of Cowboys. Yeah, and then there was.
That's the biggest Vietnamese dude I ever seen.
What about Manti Te'o? You consider him Asian? Did you guys watch the documentary?
I didn't get to see it yet. I saw clips though. It's crazy.
It's so freaking
That
good.
story's crazy.
It's sad. The whole thing is
So
just sad.
Are you guys familiar with Manti Te'o?
It's really unfortunate.
He's the one that got catfish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big time. And he's on the Chargers. That was a rough life for him. Rough life.
You guys have to watch the documentary. It is the most eye-opening thing about catfishing you could watch. And it sucks because the girl that catfished him, or the guy that catfished
Watch it.
initially when he was a kid. It was initially a guy, and now it's a transgender woman. But when he got catfished by like the number one pound for pound catfisher in the game. Oh. This person catfished the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
That person deserves an Academy Award.
All the worst shit you could do in a catfish procedure, done.
What do you mean?
Just watch it. I don't want to spoil it, but yeah.
I heard he was so good that he would FaceTime with a wig on.